I'm feeling forsaken again. What do you think? Should I just get over it? Is that your advice?
Yeah. Right now it is, for sure. I mean, do you hear anything, like, I can't make it, not feeling well, or is it just radio silence and crickets?
No. Avon's good about that. He called me yesterday. He has a paying gig this morning. Avon's
He's an entrepreneur then, isn't he?
Well, he is. He's in demand. He's one of the few guys around who can repair these complicated church organs.
Yeah.
And so I think he said he had to go to Memphis to do one this morning or something.
Wow.
And so
he's in demand.
He is. I mean, he's kind of the go-to guy for a church organ. And I'm not. Very few folks can do that kind of stuff. So he's been doing that as long as I've ever known him.
Yeah.
I don't know how he ever got into it the first time. It'd probably be an interesting story, but it's what he's. No, he always gives me a heads up. He's very faithful and loyal and good and conscientious about that.
So he said you're on your own. So
I'm on my own. Yeah. So just you and me, Brian, and I know you'll forsake me pretty quickly and go back in your little cubby hole.
I'm counting down the seconds.
Well, I'm going to kind of do an encore for my Facebook followers. I hope they don't mind, of something I did last night, because I really fell in love with these songs, and I've been working on them and trying to improve on them. But as I often do, we end up, when we study music history in a particular day, like yesterday, August 22nd, there's usually not usually, but it's not uncommon to have some music artist or music professional who was born that day and another one died on that same day. So it's kind of like celebrating a birth and commemorating a death and honoring them both. And we're going to start out with Holly Suzette Dunn, who was born August 22nd, 1957. She passed away, God rest her soul, on November 14th, 2016, only age 59. She died of ovarian cancer. A country music singer and songwriter. Recorded for MGM, Warner Brothers, River North Records, and all back in the mid to late 90s is when she was really hot, and had 10 albums, charted 19 singles, had 2 duets, and she had 2 number ones, one of which she wrote herself. And but then she retired from music in 2003, and she became a painter and other things, but then tragically died in 2016 from ovarian cancer. But Holly Dunn, she had an incredible voice. I had forgotten, Brian, until I went back and listened to her the last couple of days, and incredible voice, and what a range and what clarity and purity in her voice, and God rest her soul. So we'll start out with the one that at least got her noticed and put her on the map, even though it wasn't number one, is a big hit. This is a song she wrote and recorded in 1986. So I take that back. Mid to late 80s all the way through the 90s. She was really big. A song called Daddy's Hands. I remember Daddy's hands folded silently in prayer, and reaching out to hold when I had a nightmare. You could read quite a story in the calluses and lines. Years of work and worry had left their mark behind. I remember Daddy's hands, how they held my mama tight and patted my back for something done right. There are things that I'd forgotten that I loved about the man, but I'll always remember the love in Daddy's hand. Daddy's hand were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand there was always a love in Daddy's hand. I remember Daddy's hands working till they bled, sacrificed unselfishly just to keep us all fed. If I could do things over, I'd live my life again and never take for granted the love in Daddy's hand. Daddy's hand were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand there was always love in Daddy's hand. Daddy's hand were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand there was always love in Daddy's hand. Yes, there was always love in Daddy's hands. Great song by Holly Dunn. So then, in '89, she was on the map, and now she was being taken seriously, and I think she did a fantastic job writing this song she released in '89, written and recorded by Holly Dunn, 1989, her first #1. She had 2 in her career. This was the first, and it's one that she wrote called, while I'm tuning, Are You Ever Gonna Love Me? Man, it's got a great tempo. She does the vocals fantastic, and on the record the instrumentation is incredible. Just a really great production of this song. Not surprised a bit it hit #1. But we got to tune up. Got the capo creep, folks. That's what happens. I had a capo on that first song. Stretch these strings out so the several of them are flat. We don't want that. I have enough trouble as it is, right? Come on, E. Okay. Are you ever gonna love me? We got it now. I've been waiting for you, baby. You've been taking your time too long. Don't be so shy. Oh, it's alright. This is one night you can't go wrong. Are you ever gonna love me? You ever gonna come around? I gotta know. I gotta know, I gotta know. If you ever wanna hold me, then you gotta stop holding out. If you're gonna love me now. I see others taking lovers. Will that ever be you and me? Please don't make me wonder, baby. Yes, no, maybe. What will it be? Are you ever gonna love me? Are you ever gonna come around? I gotta know, I gotta know, I gotta know. If you ever wanna hold me, then you gotta stop holding out. If you're gonna love me now, yeah. If you're gonna love me now. I gotta know, I gotta know, I gotta know. If you're ever gonna love me, then love me now. I gotta know, I gotta know. If you're ever gonna love me, then love me now. I'm gonna take the opportunity to do a do-over. Realize I didn't have this thing on. I'm gonna do a do-over, folks. I have the prerogative of doing that. I'm sorry to impose on you. Yeah, I had that tempo too slow. Just learned this one yesterday, so maybe I get a little bit of a break. What do you think? I've been waiting for you, baby. You've been taking your time too long. That's right. Don't be so shy. Oh, it's all right. Oh, this is one night you can't go wrong. Are you ever gonna love me? Are you ever gonna come around? I gotta know, I gotta know, I gotta know. If you ever wanna hold me, then you gotta stop holding out. If you're gonna love me now. Yeah, now we got it going. Sorry about that first run. I see others being lovers. Will that ever be you and me? Please don't make me wonder, baby. Yes, no, maybe. What will it be? Are you ever gonna love me? Are you ever gonna come around? I gotta know, I gotta know, I gotta know, yeah. If you ever wanna hold me, then you gotta stop holding out. If you're gonna love me now. Now we got it. If you're gonna love me now. I gotta know, I gotta know, I gotta know. If you're gonna love me now. If you ever gonna love me now. If you ever gonna love me now. That was a much improved. Not perfect yet. I'm still working on it, folks. But I'll get that thing down. I'm pretty sure. But I didn't hear that tempo in my head till the very end of that tune. But that happens with new songs, folks. They can, at my age especially. I've got a good memory. I've got an excellent memory. I've got a fantastic memory. It's just not that long. Okay? Oh, go. We got a capo up again. But I wanted to, this is one that, again, by learning these songs in a short period of time, but do them, and you realize not only sometimes you got to change tempos and where you clip phrases and all that, but sometimes you got to change the key that you first had it in, which is what I'm doing right now. I had this song in C, and with the help of this little trusty capo, I can go right up to D and use the same chord chart. I could probably transpose it in my head, but I feel a whole lot more comfortable looking at a chord chart, the comfort level, my security blanket. Give me a minute. This is a temperamental key right here. There we go. There's another one. This little Martin guitar is particularly sensitive to this capo. I don't know why I brought it this morning. I should have thought about that. Well, okay. This is a song co-written by Joe Diffie with William Lon Wilson and Darrell Wayne Perry. But he was a big fan of Holly Dunn's, and he wrote this song for her, and also her second and last #1 with these same co-writers. And And we'll talk about that other one because he actually did more than just co-write the song. This is a 1989 number 4. That's a big hit, folks. When you get that, top 10's big, top 5 is big. So there goes my heart again. Here comes a hurt back in. You think I'd learn by now and let you go. With just one look from you, my heart starts beating blue. Just when it's on the mend, there goes my heart again. I tried to talk it out of loving you, but my heart has a mind of its own. It won't forget you like I told it to. Wish it would leave you alone. There goes my heart again. Here comes a hurt back in. You'd think I'd learn by now to let you go. With just one look from you, my heart starts beating blue. Just when it's on the mend, there goes my heart again. I was doing fine for a little while, even with no one to hold. I slowed it down till I saw your smile. Now it's racing out of control. There goes my heart again. Here comes the hurt back in. You'd think I'd learn by now and let you go. With just one look from you, my heart starts beating blue. Just when it's on the mend, there goes my heart again. Just when it's on the mend, there goes my heart again. Just when it's on the mend, there goes my heart again. Holly Dunn, God rest her soul. This is the other song co-written by Joe Diffie, but on this one, he also sang backing vocals on the record. Like I said, he was a big fan. And you folks may remember that Joe Diffie, ooh, I'm hitting the microphone there, sorry, with the guitar, that ain't good, was one of the first celebrities or artists to die from COVID. He died in March of 2020, very early in the pandemic. He was only 61 years of age. He had several #1 hits of his own as an artist, and we lost a really good, talented man. God rest his soul. This song's called You Really Had Me Going. And that, boy, this is, you talking about having a cool beat and tempo and instrumentation. And I can't even count how many times I've watched the last 2 days a music video. Holly Dunn was a very attractive, beautiful woman, too. Daughter of a preacher. And maybe we can stay out of the capo business from now on. Well, we need to. Okay. You Really Had Me Going. 1980, #1, or second and last. Co-written and backing vocals by Joe Diffie. Wow. Love this tune. I better be ready. It's a 2-pager. I almost launched into that unprepared. Sorry. I'd have had a big surprise there, and you would too. I was looking at the bottom of this first page. I said, that don't look like an ending. The way that you touch me made me believe you'd never love any other the way that you love me. No. When you said forever, I thought it was true. We'd be together our whole lives through. But gotta hand it to you. You really had me going, stringing me along. You really had me going, baby, but now I'm gone. You put one over on me, 'cause I'm the only one. You really had me going, baby, and now I'm gone. You never thought I'd see you in town, walking and talking and holding the new love you found. Yeah, you had to laugh when the joke was on me, but you're gonna cry when you get to see the way that I love when I leave. You really had me going, bringing me along. You really had me going, baby, now I'm gone. Let's do that again. You really had me going there, stringing me along. Get it right now. You really had me going, baby, and now I'm gone. I never saw it coming, that you could do me wrong. You really had me going, baby, now I'm gone. Oh, you proved you're good with the lie. Are you that good with goodbye? You really had me going, stringing me along. You really had me going, baby, and now I'm gone. And now I'm gone, yeah. And now I'm gone. And now I'm gone. I'm gone, baby. Holly Dunn, God rest her soul. So that's our birthday of yesterday that we celebrated and are celebrating again today. And also commemorating her death. God rest her soul. She is an incredible artist. And perfect timing by Brian Barrett, as always, impeccable timing. Before we segue to our second and last artist we feature today, we're going to take a small commercial break and hear from our dear, loyal, wonderful sponsors.
Tire World's annual at-cost tire sale simple instructions. First, get on the Tire World website. Next, shop and purchase your tires online or in the store. Now, schedule a time within the next 30 days to have your tires installed. This sale is literally that simple. It is easy, convenient, and saves you lots of money. That's because at Tire World, we don't put discount in our name. We put the discount in your pocket.
At Tire World, we keep your family rolling.
Hi, this is Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. You might know me as the voice of the Blue Raiders, but I want to be your trusted advisor in real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, it's time to choose Chip. Do you have a growing family and need to upsize? Are you an empty nester now and need to downsize? Are you thinking of selling your current home but just worried you can't find something else? Well, it's time to choose Chip. I'm looking to be your trusted advisor in real estate. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates.
Bob Ferris enjoys life at Adams Place.
I do physical therapy here and ride the bicycle. This morning I rode the bicycle for 20 minutes. At Adams Place, I enjoy the friendship. We have a good time.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place. Phone 615-904-9111. Adams Place, 1927 Memorial Boulevard, across from Walmart.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by AmeriCare Pest Control and the law offices of John Day.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day. WGNS encourages you to patronize our local family businesses. Don't forget Hummingbird Day is over at the Wilderness Station. It's not this Saturday, but the next one, Saturday, August 31st.
It starts at 7:30 that morning. That's Saturday, August 31st at Barfield Crescent Park. People have been asking about the Parkinson Support Group. They meet on the first and third Friday of each month, 10 o'clock in the morning, at the St. Clair Street Senior Center. That's the first and third Friday of each month. Tickets are going quickly for Live in the Borough. This is the great talent show that Greenhouse Ministries offers each year. And this year it's at MTSU, right there in the Student Union Ballroom. It'll be Tuesday, September the 10th, 6 o'clock in the evening at MTSU. Dinner and live entertainment. The tickets are on sale on their website, greenhousemin.org. And that's September 10th. Oh yes, Arsenic and Old Lace wraps up this weekend at the Center for the Arts in Uptown Murfreesboro. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
We'll see sunny skies here this afternoon with a high in the low 90s. For tonight, mostly clear, low near 65. By Saturday, sunshine, high of 92. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS.
Currently, it's 70.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, who offers energy-saving tips during the hot summer months. Change your HVAC filter once a month for more efficient operation. For more tips, go to mte.com/myenergyplan.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Brian, I went through a lot of thought this morning before I headed out here about
what changed,
which cap to wear. It was an epiphany, very unusual. It was like a tsunami epiphany.
Oh, okay.
But I said I want to wear one of those newer hats. So I had the black with the red, and then I had the blue with the.
It's
red.
a navy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the navy with the rib. So I went, hey. So I walk in there and I see a red shirt, and I said, boy, that'll be good right
Make
there.
it
So
pop.
what do you think?
Your
look
color combo is just off the chain.
Yeah, the color combo, which implicitly means what's adorning. I mean, what it is adorning is not so cool.
Well,
right, not so.
No truer words have been spoken on the air.
Your adornment is cool, but what it's adorning is not in terms of looks. I get you.
At least it covers up some things.
Yeah. I was inspired to write that song. Something really bad is happening to my face when I had a date with this lady, and she, when I took her to the door, she made it, I attempted to kiss her goodnight, and she made it real clear when she said, something really bad's happening to your face, and see ya, close the door. So you just made me think back to a very buried, bitter, sad, remorseful memory I had buried. So thanks a lot.
Well, sorry about that. Just start thinking about Aunt Irma's toes then. That'll make you feel a lot better.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what's funny, Aunt Irma's toes came first, so that inspired the song, which I put to the same tune. I'm calling it my aging trilogy. I've still got to write that third tune. They'll all have the same melody and chord progression, but I got to come up with it. So I've got Aunt Irma's toes, and something really bad's happening in my face. I need some inspiration to get that third one. I have to think about something about aging. Have you noticed anything about yourself and about aging that might inspire me, like loss of mental capacity or ability to speak or comprehend or
not yet,
walk,
but I'll get back to you.
Talk. Okay.
Maybe you should write a song about Avent.
Hey, that could work.
That's a lot of inspiration.
Hey, now you're talking.
Yeah.
All his ailments.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Now I can do it.
I mean, who else do you know that shot the floorboard out of a sheriff's patrol vehicle, huh?
The only one I've known. Only one I've ever heard of. Ever. At least, maybe a criminal might have done it, but not a deputy sheriff.
Right.
Golly. Well, we're going to feature here the rest of the show Jerome Lieber, known as Jerry Lieber professionally. He passed away on August 22nd, 2011, age 78. If that name's not familiar to you folks, boy, it will be, I think, from now on. This guy, paired with his composer, Jerry Lieber was the lyricist, Mike Stoller was the composer. So Mike Stoller wrote the music, and Jerry Lieber wrote the words, and what a success story they are. were and are. They met in college, started doing things then, and their careers together, always as a pair, lasted forever. Mike Stoller actually lived to be 91. Jerry passed away at age 78. But they wrote so many incredible, famous songs, they loved jazz, rhythm and blues, pop, popular. They loved everything, and they just naturally clicked when they met. So when they were, I'll give you an example. Elvis Presley recorded 12 Jerry Lieber, Mike Stoller songs, including Hound Dog and Jailhouse Rock. But we featured those pretty recently, so we're not going to do those. But we're going to feature some other songs I think will bring back some memories to a lot of you listeners and watchers out there, okay? They wrote this song when they were the same age. They were both 19 years of age in 1952 when they they wrote this song, first recorded by an artist named Willie Littlefield, but then later twice by Little Richard, and then the whole world followed suit after that in covering this song. You'll know it right away. There's so many ways you can do it. That's what's so interesting about this song. I mean, you can do it as jazz, you can do it as pop, you can do it as country, you can do rock and roll. I mean, it's just an incredible song, so flexible, so adaptable. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come, here I come. They got some pretty little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. Yes, I am. I'm gonna stand out on the corner, 12th Street and buy. Gonna stand out on the corner down at 12th Street and buy. Yeah, and buy. With my Kansas City baby and a bottle of my Kansas City wine. Well, I might take a plane, I might take a train, but if I have to walk, I'm gonna get there just the same. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get one. Let's do it again. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. I am. You know how? I'm gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. Gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine, with my Kansas City baby and a bottle of my Kansas City wine. Well, I might take a plane, I might take a train, but if I have to walk, I'm gonna get there just the same. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come, here I come, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me some. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. They got some crazy loud women there, and I'm gonna get me at least one. Now you know who Jerry Lieber was. Not only did he write a lot of songs, he and Mike wrote a lot of songs for Elvis. They had a lot of success with the Drifters. Who remembers the Drifters? And the Coasters. Who remembers the Coasters? That'll gotta bring back some memories. Somebody, at least one person's gonna be going, oh, the Coasters, I'd forgotten they existed. Wow, I remember them. Sorry, folks. Yeah, you know what happened. The old Capo Creep thing. Makes Johnny B a creep, having to make you folks listen to this tuning, this ancient Chinese tune. Tuning. Get it? Okay. 1956. So these boys were now ripe old age of 23 each. This was a number 10 hit for the Drifters. Then here comes along Billy. We did this song back when we were featuring, I think, on this show, Billy Crash Craddock, a while back on his birthday. He comes along in 1974, Billy Crash Craddock, and pulls this song out of mothballs, dusts it off, and makes an incredible recording cover of it himself. Goes number 1 country, number 33 Billboard Hot 100 pop charts. But it's a great song. I love a girl, Ruby is her name. Now she don't love me, but I love her just the same. Whoa, Ruby, Ruby, I want you like a ghost. I'm gonna haunt you. Ruby, 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 will you be mine sometime? Yeah, each time you leave it, my heart cries. Ruby, 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 I'm gonna steal you away from all of those guys. Whoa, from the happy day I met you, better bet I was gonna get you. Ruby, 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 will you be mine in time? Now I love a girl, said a Ruby is her name. Ruby, 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 looks like it's told my soul to flame. Ruby, Ruby, whoa, got some runs out, kisses too, gonna give them all to you. Ruby, 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 will you be mine sometime? Let's do that last version. Try to get at least a few of the words right. Now I love a girl, I said a Ruby is her name. Where she looks at me, she sets my soul aflame. Whoa, I got some hugs and the kisses too. Yeah, now I'm gonna give them all to you. Ruby, 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 will you be mine sometime? But I love a girl, said a Ruby is her name. Yeah, Ruby, Ruby, she don't love me, but I love her just the same. Whoa, Ruby, Ruby, I want you like a ghost. I'm gonna haunt you. Ruby, 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 will you be mine sometime? Hey, Ruby, 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 baby. Hey, Ruby, 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 baby. Hey, Ruby, 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 baby. Hey, Ruby, 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 baby, Ruby, baby. Ruby, will you be mine sometime? Great song. Jerry Lieber, God rest his soul, and Mike Stoller, God rest his soul as well. So for the Coasters, a 1958 number 1. This was a real breakthrough. Black artists back in the day most often made number 1 on the rhythm and blues charts, and it would be a big hit, but not a number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 pop chart. So this was a big breakthrough song, Yakety Yak by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller in 1958 when the Coasters had a number 1. Y'all remember this old tune? Let's get both pages in front again. Doggone it. Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, don't talk bad, yeah. Just finish cleaning up your room. Let's see that dust fly with that broom. Get all that garbage out of sight, or you don't go out Friday night. Yakety yak, don't talk bad, yeah. Just put on your coat and hat, walk yourself down to the laundry mat, and when you finish doing that, bring in the dog and put out the cat. Yakety yak, don't talk back, yeah. Give me no dirty looks. Your father's hip, he knows what cooks. Just tell your hoodlum friends outside you ain't got time to take a ride. Yakety yak, don't talk back. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Don't talk back. And we're going to take another break right here. Be right back, you wonderful people.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at AbacusPays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at AbacusPays.com.
There's probably a brick mailbox made by LaGreen's Masonry near you. Look at the brick mailboxes on their website, lagreensmasonry.com. Family owned and operated. LaGreen's Masonry is A+ rated by the BBB.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
For home restoration at a price you can afford, trust the professionals at Farrah Construction to get the job done on time and within your budget. Farrah Construction can remodel your home or can update your kitchen, bath, or other rooms. I'm Ron Hall. If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Call Farrah Construction at 615-893-6120. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
Hey, we get it. Life's busy, and the last thing you need to worry about is where your trash goes and how much it's going to cost you. With Middle Point Landfill, Rutherford County residents receive free disposal.
Mike Klassen with Middle Point Landfill.
We pride ourselves in making your waste one less worry. Take it to the curb, and we'll take it from there.
Middle Point Landfill is an environmentally safe, economical, and reliable solution for solid waste for Rutherford County.
Learn more about us at middlepointlandfill.com.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
And we're back. Johnny B back with you for our last little segment. Brian Barrett always gives me a great signal to come right in. Just his timing's impeccable, which makes it. I'm gonna give you credit, Brian. They think that they're probably thinking how I come in so perfectly on that, just boom. But it's all you. It's all you.
You have an audio cue.
Yeah.
I do? The bumper.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then you have a physical cue.
Yeah, but you don't. I understand what you're saying. You don't trust me to rely strictly on the audio cue.
Well, we try to overwhelm your senses all at once, see, so you understand what's going on.
Yeah, whoa. So this was a song, Brian. You're too much a baby to remember this, but I just wonder if you might remember. I'm gonna give you some hints. Another Jerry Lieber, Mike Stoller song, 1959 by the Coasters. Number 1 on the Rhythm and Blues charts, number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. See, that's what I was talking about. Number 15 in the UK. It was their third top 10 hit of the same year, following 2 other songs also written by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, Charlie Brown, and Along Came Jones. So this one has to do with a vine that if you're allergic to it, it could be trouble.
Poison Ivy?
Yeah, that's it. You remember the song?
Poison Ivy?
No, you don't do it. You have no clue.
I have no clue.
Well, before you walk out on me, just listen to a little bit.
Okay.
She comes on like a rose, but everybody knows she'll get you in Dutch You can look, but you better not touch. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night when you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. Ow, 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 ow. She's pretty as a daisy, but look up, man, she's crazy. Look up, man, she's crazy. I said, really do you in if you let her get under? Brian distracted me. I gotta do it. We're gonna do a do-over on this song, folks. He was making faces at me. She comes on like a rose, but everybody knows she'll get you in touch. You can look, but you better not touch. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night when you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. Ow, ow, ow. She's pretty as a daisy. She look, man, she's crazy. She'll really do you in if you let her get under your skin. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night when you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. Ow, ow, ow. Measles make you mumpy, and mumps will make you lumpy, and chicken pox will make you jump and twitch. A common cold will fool you, and whooping cough could cool you, and poison ivy, Lord, will make you itch. You're gonna need an ocean of calamine lotion. You'll be scratching like a hound the minute you start to mess around with poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night when you're sleeping, the ivy comes a creeping around. Ow, ow. Your measles make you mumpy, and mumps will make you lumpy, and chicken pox will make you jump and twitch. A common cold will fool you, and whooping cough can cool you, but poison ivy, Lord, will make you itch. You're gonna need an ocean of calamine lotion. You'll be scratching like a hound the minute that you start to mess around with poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night when you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. Ow, ow, ow. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, sorry about that do-over, but hey, I'd rather do it over than leave that terribly unsatisfactory feeling of doing it badly. Really, well, much worsely. So, wasn't uncommon for Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. I'm sorry if I keep hitting that mic with the guitar. I switched Mike's arrangements today, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but it works better for the YouTube thing up there. Well, maybe, maybe not, depending on whether you want to see my face. We've already established something really bad's happening to it. Ben King had the idea for this song, and he enlisted the assistance of Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, and the three of them came up with an incredible song that Ben King released. All right. Okay. In 1961, another one, this is again a good example, folks, another one, number one rhythm and blues charted hit, and a number 4 Billboard Hot 100 pop hit. And then 1980, almost 20 years later, here comes Mickey Gilley, who digs this song out of mothballs, dust it off, kind of like Billy Crash Craddock did, an earlier Lieber and Stoller song. It has a #1 country hit in 1980. But let's do this song. It's very familiar to you folks, I'm convinced. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light to see, no, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a single tear, just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me, whoa, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Incredible song. Okay, another big song by the Drifters. Got a D capo, if that's a word. I tune because I care, folks. Y'all may not care. Come on now. There we go. Come on. That was always tricky. That G string. What did I say? Ooh. The Drifters, 1963, #9. They actually co-wrote this song with two other people. Lieber and Stoller wrote it with Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil. They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. They say there's always a magic in the air. But when you're walking down the street and you ain't had enough to eat, yeah, the glitter rubs right off your feet and you're nowhere. They say the girls are something else on Broadway, but looking at them just gives me the blues. 'Cause how you gonna make some time when all you got is one thin dime, and one thin dime won't even shine your shoes. They say that I won't last too long on Broadway. I'll catch a Greyhound bus for home, they all say. They don't know that they're dead wrong. I know they are, 'cause I can play this here guitar. And I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway. I'm gonna do those last two verses a little better. They say that I won't last too long on Broadway. I'll catch a Greyhound bus back home, they all say. But they're dead wrong, I know they are, 'cause I can play this here guitar. And I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway. On Broadway, on Broadway, on Broadway, on Broadway, on Broadway. Thank you, kind, wonderful folks. This worked out pretty good because I got a song here I was really wanting to do with Avent, and so this will, Lord willing, if he's back, we'll save this for next week, Brian Barrett. So
Okay.
Thank you for having me, and thank all you kind, wonderful listeners and followers. God bless you all.